Hello. Hi there. How are they? How are y'all doing? Damn, is it just you, Bacon? Is it just you, Bacon? No one else hopping in? Damn, just me and Bacon. Well, hello, Bacon. Welcome. Uh, I don't know if I should wait a little longer before getting started. I guess what I could do is, I've been meaning to work on my thumbnail for next chapter. Because next chapter is going to be 420 plus we're going to get episode 49. We're going to get episode 49 of season 5. So, in that case, let's work on the thumbnail. In that case, I guess I could take one of these. Maybe we'll take mommy. Yeah, we'll save this mommy over here. We'll put something from this current chapter in the middle. What was the teaser again? What was the teaser for next time again? It was Peach Blossom Spring. That's what it was. It was Peach Blossom Spring. For anyone who's walking in, I'm just making the thumbnail right now as waiting for everyone else to show up so I can talk about the things we want to talk about. Okay, Peach Blossom. Okay, so yeah, again, for anyone just randomly walking in, here, I'll actually write it right now. Working on 420 thumbnail while waiting for people to show up. We will talk about volume 45 and season 5. Okay, that's pin message. I'm going to copy this. And then just post it on Twitch really quick. Okay. In the meantime, so Peach Blossom Spring. We're going to have to make that smaller. It'll have to be a different set of colors. See a different gradient. Orange. Should be lighter. Yeah, there we go. But then the background color should be pretty strong. However, we'll keep it like orange pinkish. Maybe reddish. Peach Blossom Spring. So let's make that more red. There we go. That's more peachy. And let's change you. Seems a little dangerous. There we go. Maybe like this. Or we could go for the orange. Okay. That seems okay for now. Damn. Well, just let me know when you're here, fellas, so we can figure out what the plan is. Okay, so mommy, man, it kind of blows. You can already tell like their composition isn't really good. Like, it's so rough. You can literally tell like the composition's rough. Whereas like if I put like look at the composition of this and look at the composition of this. I know it's not fair. This is a single image, but like literally the colors don't pop for the images from the anime. The colors are literally like monotone because they didn't get enough time to work on the composition yet. I guess we could put this here. And look at that. Oh my god, look at this. It's so fucking gorgeous. It's so pretty. As a major fan of the anime, I do love how you shit on it too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's inevitable. What do you want me to do? Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I can only be so nice. It's literally the same experience I'm having with Invincible. It's the same experience I'm having with Invincible. Where, like, you go watch season 1 of Invincible and you come back to current seasons, you're like, damn, this is rough. Watching this is brutal. This is very similar. It is absolutely incredibly similar. Where like the more seasons it got, the worse it got, and it's like you can tell they're crunched for time. They don't have staff working on this. The things that do get time are like these other aspects of the presentation. Like at least Invincible has like a fucking celebrity voice cast. But yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough. Fucking hell. Okay, okay, there we go. I guess I can put mommy here. Look at her. She's so innocent. This is before mommy went to shit. Well, who are we kidding? Poor thing. Poor thing was like always, screwed from the get-go. Oh, okay, we gotta do this. Like, I do like the anime. It absolutely has good aspects to it. I'm not gonna pretend like it's like purely bad or something, but it absolutely like has issues too. You know, it 100% has a lot of issues. Like its portrayal of Kazuya is so not great. We already used this a lot. Let's try using something else. Sumi looks so cute. I guess we'll actually wait. Oh, what the hell is going on now? Great. I bet the kiss scene will be the whole budget. Dude, it has to be. Hello, Deep Web Impact. Hello. Yeah, no, I bet the kiss scene, like the whole thing will be on the kiss scene. And it kind of has to be. Because if they don't, I'm sorry, if they fuck up the kiss, the thing they have been marketing this entire season around, if they fuck up the kiss, dude, you have been marketing your entire... Look at this! Look at this! They have been marketing the entire season around the kiss. If they fuck up the kiss, they fuck it up for good. That is it. Kaput. Like, you fucked up season 5. You fuck up the kiss, you fucked up season 5. It's really that simple. I'm not even remotely fucking kidding. I'm dead fucking serious. If they fuck up the kiss, they fucked up season 5. I'm dead serious. Like, it's that important. The kiss is like central to literally everything in the plot. You fuck it up, you fuck up everything, you know? So like I do very much hope they actually knock the kiss out of the park. They really kind of have to. Okay, let's try using this maybe. Whoop. Oh God. Oh no. Okay. You think this is an okay thumbnail? Oh, I feel like it's really unbalanced. I guess I could just here. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I've been trying not to use Sumi too much, but we have to use Sumi too much. Using Sumi was inevitable. I ended up reading the whole series in 2 weeks. Awesome! Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I'm glad you are enjoying the series. Reading it is quite fun, that is for sure. Reading it is quite fun. We read it every Tuesday, so if you would like, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna stream it as early as 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is when the chapters come out. I will be streaming it right as it comes out. I will also be watching the anime live here. It's my first romance experience. Ooh, that's rough. I feel like because of that, you might not appreciate it as much. Have you interacted with other rom-coms? Like at all, especially anime, like you said, it's your first manga experience. Ooh, okay. This is one of those mangas where the more you know about, you read novels, like do you read like Japanese novels or just like English novels or like wherever you're from? I'm gonna assume, I don't know where you're from, because this manga very much builds around the Japanese rom-com genres. Like literally, the more you know about those, the better this manga becomes, because you'll see how much is criticizing and like commentating on these things. So it's kind of like you won't realize how much it's talking about this stuff. I read Revolt of the Angels before, and it was and that was a wild change of pace. I've never heard of Revolt of the Angels. Sounds pretty intense. But yeah, no, I don't know. For me, I got into Rent a Girlfriend after having read and watched a lot of manga and anime, whether it be romance or like otherwise. So this manga kind of ruined those other stuff for me. I have 2 recommendations for you. I love giving these 2 recommendations away. I think these are my other 2 favorites besides this one. So let me pull them up. I always give this recommendation. So How Do We Relationship is my second favorite romance manga. I heavily recommend it. You should give this one a shot. Really, really fucking good. And then I'm going to give you the progenitor of modern romance anime. You read this manga and you'll be like, holy shit, I see where all this shit came from. Maison Ikkoku. Maison Ikkoku is literally like the progenitor. It is the original. It has an anime. I personally prefer the manga. I 100% prefer and like recommend the manga, so you should go with that one. So those are my 2 recommendations. From there, feel free to expand however the heck you want, but I do recommend like giving some other stuff a try, because it'll let you appreciate this manga a whole lot more. If you want to talk about stuff, feel free, like share, like ask questions, share whatever the heck you want to talk about. I'm gonna read YouTube chat. They make Kazuya look younger and goofy compared to the manga. Oh yeah, no, like they kind of missed the idea a lot when it comes to Kazuya in the anime. It's kind of brutal. Hey Fate, so what does the anime schedule look like? Is the episode going to drop the same day as the manga, or is it going to be on another day? Okay, so basically this is the structure of the pacing of the anime and the manga. So the anime essentially has 2 airing times. It has an airing time on streams, so like streaming channels, alongside the manga. It's going to release, I believe, a little bit before the manga in Japanese time. So we'll get the manga at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They'll get we'll also get, or sorry, the episode will release at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We can't watch that because that's only going to release on Japanese streaming sites. Crunchyroll usually releases it at around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's probably when we're gonna watch it. So we just, I just gotta keep streaming until 11 a.m., which isn't particularly hard, and then we'll probably end up watching the episode when it comes out. I could be wrong, but then there is the official release of the episode. So basically, Japan prefers that you don't talk, like the people making the episode prefer that you don't talk about it on like Twitter or other sites until it like releases officially on like actual TV. In this case, it was supposed to release this Friday, but they pushed it back to the 13th, which is when is the 13th? I'm trying to find the. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. The 13th is next Monday. Yeah, so it's supposed to release on Friday, and it got pushed back to Monday. I don't know why. I think they had like some sort of scheduling issues. So basically, it's officially going to release on Monday, and then on Tuesday, you're going to get the next episode. And then again, it should hopefully go back to Fridays, which is going to be like the 17th. So yeah. Basically, tomorrow the episode should still come out. We should still get to watch the episode. The kiss in the Hawaiians is akin to the Vader father reveal in episode 5. That's a little overkill, buddy. I read it from the Paradise arc, got the recent chapter, fell into depression from waiting for the next chapter. Post-show depression hits me hard. How Do We Relationship needs an anime adaptation. It is never getting one. Unfortunately, it is never getting one. How Do We Relationship is an incredible manga that is really not designed for. It is really not designed for modern anime adaptations. Modern anime adaptations tend to be incredibly stingy about what they pick. They've been kind of starting to branch out, and even then, like for instance, we've been getting a lot more shoujo adaptations. For those who don't know, shoujo is a demographic. It is not a fucking genre. I really have to clarify that. It is a demographic. It is not a genre. So we've been getting more shoujo adaptations, and unfortunately, a lot of them are just romance, or romance that kind of very well fit into the shonen demographic. So while we are starting to get more things that are a little different, you can see that the change is like really hard. They're not like getting comfortable with it. How Do We Relationship is like, it gets into the messiness of relationship. It is a lot. It does a lot of what Rent a Girlfriend does. But like really gets into the nitty gritty messiness of relationship. It's also in college. And on top of that, it's lesbians, and it has social commentary about Japanese culture and how like they treat people who are LGBTQ. So, like, that is not getting fucking adapted. And also, I don't believe like sold like hotcakes when it came out. It's just a really incredible manga. Like it's so fucking good. It makes me so sad it's not getting an adaptation. It's fucking incredible. But yeah, it is what it is. Maison Ikkoku, though, Maison Ikkoku is like beloved. It's basically the creator of Maison Ikkoku loves to like laugh at manga and anime, and then people like fucking creators like look at it and they're just like, oh shit, she has a point. And it's like when you're watching The Boys, and The Boys is like literally criticizing American culture, and then they're like, oh shit, they're right. That's pretty much Maison Ikkoku and a lot of like Rumiko Takahashi's work. It's fucking hilarious, honestly. But at the same time, she still has fun with it and doesn't really care too much. I have no clue when the pirate scandalators get the episodes. I have no clue when the pirate scandalators I used got the episodes. Oh, I don't know about that. I try my best to go from official sources. Like for instance, I read the manga officially on Gay Manga. I try to watch through Crunchyroll despite my deep fucking hatred for Crunchyroll. Like, Crunchyroll is god fucking awful. But I try to watch from there anyway because, you know, don't want to piss off the YouTube gods or whatever. But yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel that homosexual representation kind of sucks in media. Like, their gayness is pretty much their whole identity. Oddly enough, the best couple is Randy and Mur from TPB. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the cool part about How Do We Relationship. It literally talks about that and how that happens. How a lot of people like see the sad thing about that is when it comes to LGBTQ people in general is that because they're so oppressed and told to not be this, they actively push to be this thing to the point that it can consume their whole identity, or it feels like it consumes their whole identity when it isn't. And you have to understand a lot of that does come from a little bit of privilege. And that also shows how sometimes the people who write these things may not understand it. But I feel like a lot of like shows and storytelling do a pretty good job with that. It might just be the limitations of what you're experiencing, because I do think there's a lot of really good ones. Crunchyroll is pissing me off so much. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Anyways, let me finish the thumbnail for tomorrow's chapter. Do you think this is a decent thumbnail for tomorrow, or should I like change something? Do you think this is a decent thumbnail for tomorrow, or should I change something? I'm not sure. Does it look decent? Looks decent. Oh, I should. I forgot. Guess I'll have to make it even smaller. Gah. Gua. Gooya. Okay, good. Okay. Peach Blossom Spring. Perfect. I forgot there was an anime of this. Well, Rent a Girlfriend? Yeah, there is. Can you find black and white versions of Mami and Chizuru for the uniformity reasons? Then the title will pop more. Wait, what? Isn't there also a live action? The live action's actually really good. Like, I tend to think live actions are dumb as shit. The live action for this is pretty fucking good. The anime's okay. The anime is like big waves. It's like waves. It can go from like good and terrible very quickly. Can you? I don't know what you're like. Like I could make Chizuru a little black and white. Like I could split her in two and make part of her black and white, if that's what you mean. But I don't know what the fuck you're referring to. I don't understand what you mean, Bacon. Trash good. So you must be new around here. You must be new around here. You must be new around here. Just my immediate reaction. They call it trash. Oh, you must be new around here. Sorry to tell you, this shit's actually fucking amazing. And no, it's not trash. The pictures of Mami and Chizuru in the thumbnail. Find black and white versions. Why? I can make. No, I do want to fix Mommy's color compositing. It's kind of starting to piss me off. Actually, wait. Just the auto color. Just the auto color improved it already. That's so funny. That's so funny, dude. The fucking auto color improved it already so much, but I hate it, so I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna do it manually. I just don't like it because I feel like it took away from some of the artistry. Adjustments. Brightness curve. God, I haven't done this in so long. I really gotta practice like my. Nope. Let's try saturation. There we go. That's a little better. Nope. Nope. So just saturation. No, overkill. That's too high. 23 is okay. Yeah, that's... Didn't even do that much. Fuck. Image. Come on, I selected it. I selected it. Okay. Okay. Are you okay? Buster Wolf. Hue and saturation. Let's see. Yellows. Okay. Blues. There isn't really any blue here. Magentas. Nope. Reds. Yeah, that's probably... There we go. Overkill. Yeah, just adjust it manually is better. And what I can do for Chizuru that could make this work the way Bacon... maybe it'll be better than what Bacon's envisioning. Image. Adjustments. Hue and saturation. Okay. And what I'll do is this. There. Does that work for you, Bacon? That a little bit more fitting. And then what I can do too is this. Give you one as well. Just nope, a little more. Okay. Okay. And then go here. And then just do a little bit of that. Oh, fuck. Okay. Perfect. So then just put you back up. Grab you, and then just... Oh, come on. Why am I so bad at this? Okay. That seems decent enough. Looks tilted. I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to keep that. Fuck it. I'm going to keep it like this. This looks decent. I'm going to keep it like this. Okay. What do you guys think of that? Does anyone actually think Sumi is a good partner for the protagonist? Oh yeah, a lot of people do. Oh yeah, no, a lot of people do. And I think it completely misses the point. Sumi is a very popular, like, because Sumi is written... you think Crypto Girlfriend's graphics are better than Blue Box? Graphics? Are you referring to... Are you referring to the visuals of the anime or the visuals of the manga? Because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Because if you're talking about the anime, of course Blue Box is visually more impressive. Of course Blue Box is visually more impressive. What the fuck are you on about? One has a lot of time to get cooked and be cleaned and have amazing composition and visual storytelling and time to fucking direct and write. The other one barely has time to do anything. Like Rent-A-Girlfriend's being made with crunch. They put them out like once a year. They put seasons out like once a year. Are you fucking serious? That's not even close. That's not even a fair fucking comparison. That's ridiculous. Like you're like literally if you're looking at it from that lens, you don't understand the industry whatsoever, nor do you understand animation at all. Of course Blue Box is superior in every conceivable way, but it's not because one is shit and the other is good. It's because the other one literally has no time to cook and one has infinite time to cook. They get like 2 fucking years and a bunch of staff and a bunch of help. Of course one has an easier time than the other. It's literally not a fair comparison. Like, of course Blue Box is better. It doesn't mean I like Blue Box more. I could give a shit about Blue Box. Like, I like the manga to some degree. I'll be honest. I do like the manga of Blue Box to some degree. I do recall there was a point where I got incredibly fucking bored and dropped it. But I did eventually come back, so fair to that. But to me, Blue Box isn't anywhere near close, to me, storytelling-wise, to this one. In my opinion, Blue Box isn't anywhere near as close. I do think Blue Box is good, but it's... How do I describe it? Personally, while I do enjoy aspects of Blue Box, I'm not a huge fan of some of its metaphorical storytelling, nor am I a big fan of how the characters are written. I think the characters are, like, in my opinion, quite safe. The characters are quite safe in Blue Box. In fact, that's kind of an issue with like a lot of like very popular romance manga, is like the characters are incredibly safe, like to the point where I'm just like they're written to be liked. There's clearly aspects of these characters absolutely written to be liked. They are an ideal. They are something people enjoy. Whereas Rent-A-Girlfriend, the reason I deeply appreciate the story is that it absolutely shows the messiness of people, while at the same time shows an ideal and a beauty to that. And I'm like, yes, cooking. So that's storytelling wise. I do think the anime for Blue Box is absolutely better than Rent-A-Girlfriend's anime. That's more of a like, yeah, it's visually impressive, but I will say this. I have yet to watch the Blue Box anime. I'm literally basing this off of shit I've seen. I don't even care about it. I'm not even remotely fucking interested in watching it. Please understand. I read the manga. I am very far into the manga, but like, if you told me to go watch Blue Box, I'm not gonna go watch it, because I've already read the manga and I'm not that invested that I would go and rewatch it. So I'm just sorry. I like that. I think that should be like a tell. It's the same with Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Like, I've read the manga. I'm a little behind right now. I think I'm like a good 10 chapters behind on Fragrant Flower. The anime is superb. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. I could care less. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not interested. Sorry to say, I'm just not fucking interested. Like, yeah, they could give me the greatest animation in the universe and I don't care. Weirdly, though, I will say I've had some weird issues when it comes to animation lately, where like what they do with, like, for example, if you watch like the One Piece anime and like what it's doing right now, it's so much over the top, like, editing that I kind of, or not editing, animation, that I kind of almost can't appreciate it. And that might sound really stupid. It's like having too much cake. It's like, okay, I've had enough. The cake is not, I can't appreciate the cake anymore. Too much is happening. You know, they took like literally the smallest fucking panels and they made them this long-winded, crazy animation. And in turn, some things like impact or the power of the scene are just kind of not fucking present with One Piece, for instance. I've noticed that a lot with certain animes where they go completely over the top with certain things, and I'm just like, I kind of can't really appreciate this. I get it. There's an appeal there. I can't personally appreciate it. Like what? Oh, I know one that I actively remember. It's the opening scene from Dress Up Darling, where in the manga, Marin just bumps into Gojo's desk. In the anime, she looked like she got fucking shoryuken into the air and then falls like head first, like literally, like the back of her head slams on his desk. And I'm like, she is dead. She is dead. If you fly that high into the air and slam head first into a desk, you have a concussion. You are not okay. You might even be dead. And she just gets up like nothing happened. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That shit was that shit like absolutely takes me out. That shit just absolutely takes me out. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm done, bro. What the fuck? The shit like that is so fucking funny to me. I'm just like, there's artistic interpretation, and then there's shit like that. I'm sorry. I'm going on a stupid rant. I never did see what people said about the thumbnail. I watched like 15 seconds of an anime and dropped it. Came back. The rest is history. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah. I tend to drop new shows way too quickly. I have a tendency to not get attached to shows very quickly, but if it does, like I can get attached and not attached just as quickly, like either or, but I try to give a show as much time as I possibly can until like, okay, I'm like, okay, hook me, get me interested. I'm trying to analyze what you're trying to write. Let me see if I'm interested in what you have to say. And then if I'm not, I'll drop it. If I am, okay, I'm down. Let's do this. I try to give every show a chance. Let's see. Oh, so okay. What did people think of the thumbnail? Is the thumbnail good? What are we thinking of the thumbnail? Is the thumbnail good? What's the takeaway? Nobody said anything. I refuse to believe this manga is deep in any way. Wait, Rent a Girlfriend? Wait, you don't think Rent a Girlfriend's deep? Oh boy, you came to the right channel. Oh boy, you came to the right channel, buddy. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Oh no, this manga is incredibly fucking deep. I'm not even remotely fucking kidding with you. It is one of the best romances I have ever read. It is incredibly fucking deep. I'm not like dead fucking serious. This manga is incredible. And that exact like take is exactly why I recommended you go and read other manga, other romance manga. This is exactly why I recommended that, because this is the kind of story you read it on surface level. It's the stupidest shit in the fucking universe. You read this shit on surface level, stupidest shit in the fucking universe. If you have been through some of these things the characters have experienced, if you have if you know like certain tropes in anime, or you have watched a lot of anime and manga, if you are willing to kind of look outside of your perception of what good writing is, holy shit, holy fucking shit, this manga will blow you away. And unfortunately, the internet can't. I've made a lot of like streams. Feel free to check out my streams. I've made a lot of fucking streams talking about this stuff. Yes, it is incredibly deep. It's kind of hard to like get into all of that, and like, you know, it's 400 plus chapters. You expect me to get into 400 plus chapters here? But no, it is incredible. This manga is fucking incredible. Anyways, so let's see. If you're that top all the time, then you're no longer surprised. If you're over the top all the time, then you're no longer surprised. I don't think it's that simple when it comes to storytelling. I really like the thumbnail. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll just make this the thumbnail for now. We'll just stop it here. We will. So let's see. First off, let's talk about the anime. So we will talk about the anime for now. We have some stuff regarding the anime that's out. So we'll talk about those first. Then we'll talk about Volume 45, which I made an analysis for. I'll get into it shortly. And then afterwards, I'll read some of the stuff I wrote regarding the recent chapter. Because I've yet to read anything. I like how the past streams, I've just been reading Reddit and Twitter. I just read everybody else's shit. I didn't get to read any of my shit. So we'll read some of my stuff regarding that. And then we'll get into it. So thumbnail 1. Stream. So we're going to go here. Blah, blah, blah. Create, go live, stream, schedule stream. Okay. What should I call it? Wait, I gotta pull you guys back up. Come back! Come back! Gang! Gang, come back! Okay, I gotta pull you guys up. Oh my god. Go live. Yeah, I really gotta find a way to like set up like my Twitch and YouTube chat in like a way that's accessible rather than like going to a fucking tab all the time. So I don't know what to call the stream. Have you read any K-manga comments? They're usually not that interesting, but we can skim through them. The K-manga comments are usually not that interesting. We can skim through them. I don't mind. Reaction. Okay. Is this a paradise? Is this paradise? There we go. I'll just call it that. Is this paradise? That's a good name. Okay. And then let me change the thingamajigs for it. 20. 20. 20. Fuck. Ugh. Oh, actually, I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. Okay, stream settings. Edit. Copy pasta. Perfect. It's perfect, Joey. Or you. Okay, so tomorrow is the 7th. And we're going to schedule it for 8 a.m. Done. Okay. We are all set up. I think. Maybe. Believe in a dream. Wow, that worked. That's like a consistent thing for me now. It's like whenever I do the snap, it like automatically works. Either my timing is superb or the snap has magical powers. I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. I like the magical powers idea. Okay, so let's see. Not here. There we go. Okay, so episode 49. Let's see what it's called. First off. Episode 49 is My Ex-Girlfriend Mommy Nanami. So as I guessed, they skipped the Ruka Curry interactions. They absolutely skipped the Ruka and Curry interactions, which are like you kind of can't skip those. So I kind of have the theory that like, okay, they're gonna see, as you can see, this is when Curry comes up to Ruka. And then there is when after Curry talks to Ruka. So they literally showed you like the beginning and the end of the Ruka segment between Curry and Ruka. So those are going to be included. It's clear that the central starting point is going to be Mommy's backstory, which makes a lot of sense. Mommy is kind of the huge driving force of that current narrative. So it makes a lot of sense to have Mommy's backstory first. So I'm curious if we're going to start with Mommy's backstory. We're going to swing over to Ruka. And then when we were going to swing back over to Chizuru, I could see that kind of happening. And then in the very end, I could see us ending at around chapter 217. If you guys don't remember what chapter 217 is, it's right before the infamous chapter. And so I could definitely see us starting next episode with the infamous chapter. So chapter 217, in my opinion, is this one. So when Chizuru steps away from Mami, so it's either going to end with, this is my guess, it's either going to end with Chizuru telling Mami to take back what she said, or it's going to end with Chizuru pleading with Mami, and then you're going to see Kazuya in the very end to set up for 218. That's kind of my guess. So maybe chapters 215 to 217, which is a pretty reasonable amount. Like adapting 4 chapters, not bad. Not bad. I think it comes full circle, and I think ending with chapter 217 is very fitting because it is literally the clash between Mami's ideals and Chizuru's ideals. So that's a pretty solid spot to stop. Like literally, it's this clash is like fundamental, especially considering Mami's backstory and like believing like literally being conditioned that everybody is a liar, including herself. All she sees is like black. So it's kind of fitting that I think we end with chapter 217, literally the clash between Mami and Chizuru's ideals. I think that's like a perfect spot to stop for episode 1. And then you start chapter 218 with, Kazuya. Ooh, I'm so excited for chapter 218. Oh boy. Now let's see. Whenever I see 2 people in love, I feel the urge to destroy it. Yep, it's from chapter 215. Mami had always followed the path laid out for her by her strict father. Strict, more like abusive. Let's go with abusive. Even her high school romance was abruptly ended by her father. Alone, Mami calmly reflects on her past. Then she confronts Chizuru, who is continuing her false relationship with Kazuya, and urges her to tell Kazuya the truth. What an interesting choice of dialogue. The framing is so interesting. Screenplay by Matsuki Hirota. Storyboard directed by Ryo Mono. Really? It's the first episode isn't. Oh, interesting. Kozak. The director for season 5 isn't directing the first episode. That's a little. I don't know what that could mean. Character designer Kana Hirayama makes sense. Chief animation director Harimo Ono. I'm not familiar with half of these. I know this, and I know Kana. I don't know the storyboard person. I don't know Rie Mano, and I don't know Horime Uno. Okay. We'll see. I don't know so far. Kana clearly worked on it. There's always going to be shots where you can tell like Kana made this shot, or like Kana drew Ruka over here. This is absolutely her work, which is, of course, unfortunately, a little bit butchered because the anime just can't keep up. This looks like Kana, but I don't think it is. And this looks like Kana, but I don't think it is either. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for episode 49. We'll have to see what it's like tomorrow. Hopefully we'll finally get to see the opening. Okay. Look, season 4's opening is my favorite. Season 4's opening is my personal favorite. It is incredible. Season 4's opening is incredible. So they got to do something to top it. Now we do have something interesting in that it's sung by Sora Mamamiya, Chizuru's voice actress, so that's really cool. I forgot what it was called. Yeah, we'll have to like look into the name of it and like the backstory for it, because there was like a whole thing for that. But yeah, we'll just stop there for now. Okay, so with that said, let's go to volume 45. Let's see. Will you ever watch the Penguin series on HBO? I don't have HBO. I haven't really been watching much shows lately, I'm gonna be honest. There hasn't really been much that I've been watching. So Chizuru is basically singing the intro, pretty much. I forget. Okay, you know what? Now I'm curious. I forgot what the song is called. Music. So the song is called Non Scenario Etude. Is that French? Etude. Okay, it is French. A study in instrumental, usually short musical composition. Okay, so So literally, it's practice dating. That's non-scenario ito way. I think that's how you say it. So it's literally meant to mirror rental. Yeah. So the song is sung from Chizuru's POV, which is very unusual because usually the openings, while they are feminine, like they're singing they're usually women singing the opening. It's actually usually from either Kazuya's POV or Kazuya and Chizuru's POV. It's never just Chizuru's, and I think this is incredibly intentional because after this point, remember, after the kiss, the manga literally shifts to Chizuru essentially taking on the main character role and like literally, or sorry, like almost a protagonist-like role. Not main character because they're both main characters. No, she becomes almost a protagonist-like role, and she starts doing all the moving. So the opening literally shifting right before the cohabitation and the 3 months start. Incredibly fitting. It's literally going to become like a Chizuru story for a little bit. So the opening literally being about Chizuru and Chizuru singing it makes too much sense. Makes too much fucking sense. It's too fitting. So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Okay, so for the volume 45, I actually had a lot to say. For volume 45. I actually had a lot to say. I was surprised how much I had to say. So let's get into it. So initially, I'm just like, Chizuru's locking in. We said this the last stream when I talked about it briefly. Look at this girl. She's locking the fuck in. You know? I love how her vibe looks completely different. The hairband being in her mouth reflects a change in decorum. She's a beast showing her teeth, and she's not just cute. Right? So like, we've never like seen Chizuru just kind of like something's in her mouth and she's dressed like this and she's like really loose and like look at the way she's crouching down. Look at the way she has her hair in her like her hands in her hair. Like the way the book is just between her legs. Like it doesn't look very clean or like, you know, fitting for a girlfriend. She doesn't have that like traditional girlfriend energy you're very familiar with. She literally looks different. There's fundamentally a change in decorum, like the way the book is between her legs, the way like she's just standing, like there's literally just kind of a change in decorum and how Chizuru is presenting herself. Her notebook looks like it's soaked in blood, which kind of adds to that blood, sweat, and tears aura vibe that she has going on. So to further add on to this, Volume 45 releases on April 16th, just before Chizuru's birthday. Volume 36 also released on April 16th, and it has a pretty similar color palette. Except in 36, Chizuru is chilling out, whereas here she's locking in. Both also have cat motifs core to Chizuru, so Chizuru literally has a cat hairpin over here. And it's literally in the cover. And then here, there's actually a cat motif you might not have noticed. So her shirt says theatrical group Manaki Neko, or beckoning cat. Manaki Neko are these cat statues shop owners have that are said to bring good luck. In general, good fortune. So she has a cat motif just like Volume 36. Just like in Volumes 36, where she's wearing like the little pin in her hair, but here it's literally on her shirt. She's literally part of a theatrical group that brings good fortune, and they're cat themed. That's like, damn, okay. So this is like stuff that's like foreshadowing a lot, because what's interesting about this is in this volume, Chizuru tells you about the play. You don't see it. You never see the play. And yet here in the cover, you're seeing Chizuru locking the fuck in. You get seemingly the name of the play, which we'll get into shortly, and you get Chizuru's theatrical group on the shirt that she's wearing. So that's really interesting. You're getting like a lot of interesting hidden details that you're not aware of just in the cover alone. Pink is often seen as a very girly color, and while Chizuru is wearing it, she looks like a total badass. The color contrast is effective in that regard, as while we have pink, we also have black, brown, and even crimson-like red, giving a starkness to the otherwise cute pink. These are also colors commonly associated with Chizuru. Red is her favorite color and shows her passion, as well as possibly her anger. Pink is very feminine and reflects how she is still a girl despite having these traits labeled as masculine. Black reflects her maturity as well as her experience with death and loss. Black also is like, you know, a color we've all seen like fits Chizuru. Like black is like a color that really fits her and matches her hair and everything. This brings us to the juicy parts. Chizuru's notebook is called The Good Men and the Bad Women. It's written like this. Now, this has a lot of layers. So basically, I talked to a Japanese fan about this. I pretty much talked to a Japanese fan about this, and I kind of wanted to seek some clarity from him because Crumpy didn't quite understand this. Like, this is kind of like a layered Japanese thing that you wouldn't quite grasp. So I kind of I kind of had an idea of like, okay, why is it called that? Because this seems to fit really, really well with the current narrative, right? Many literally calls Kazuya a good man, while Chizuru is often labeled as a bad woman. That is literally a running trait through the manga. And yet the manga has been actively asking, like, who's actually bad and who's actually good? And what even is that? So first off, this is written in hiragana, which is intentional. Hiragana is very interpretive. So basically you have katakana, hiragana, and kanji. If you write in kanji, you have to be very specific what you're referring to. So when you call someone a good man in kanji, it's going to be like very direct about what's good about him. Are his looks good? Is he virtuous? Is he a good person? Is he kind? These kinds of good person. Hiragana is intentionally kind of vague, whereas katakana is kind of like in the middle. Katakana is pretty much like in the middle between the two, but hiragana is really interpretive. The title is intentionally very vague. Like, it's literally vague on purpose. The word this, I, which means good, is interpretive. For instance, I otoko means good man, except it's not specific on what's good. If anything, it means a handsome man with possibly virtuous qualities. The vagueness reflects the question of this. What is bad and what is good? If a woman were to write, he's a I otoko, using hiragana, it would imply that he's sexy and handsome. If she were to write it using the kanji characters for good man, it would signify that he is kind and virtuous. This is challenging the perception and what we think is good and bad. Using hiragana, however, leaves open the possibility that it could mean any one of these things, which reflects how many times women are labeled as bad or evil for doing something, and when a man did the same thing, they were instead celebrated or not treated the same way. This could, of course, be flipped over. A man some would consider bad might not be bad, just as a handsome man might not necessarily be good, or a beautiful woman not necessarily bad. The name is about perspective and how you choose to interpret it, at face value or the messy truth. This could pair well with the manaki neko and secretly tells us Chizuru's story, a character who is severely misunderstood and wishes to succeed, possibly earning the income she needs to support Kazuya, but how all of this is in plain sight, yet left unseen, for we don't see her effort. Chizuru notoriously has bad luck in the story. That's like a running gag when they play games. So remember when Chizuru was playing games with Minnie? Minnie literally says, at this point, I can only say that the god of Jounce, they were playing Bounce Off, must hate you. No, stop it. You make it sound like I have bad luck in general. When they were playing the Ito game, she literally says the same thing. It's like I have bad luck. It's literally a commentary through the games that they're playing. So Chizuru wearing a shirt that says Manaki Neko, a cat that is particularly a cat that brings good fortune. Chizuru has an entire cat motif. It's literally almost her birthday. And like just all these things tying together very conveniently, I call bullshit. She literally wants good luck. And then when she wears, if you remember, she has a cat hoodie that has a black cat on it and a white cat on it. And here, there's literally a white cat being referenced very intentionally. This is like a running gag when Chizuru plays games. So the cat bringing good luck shows her hopes to change that. The book being between her legs and not fully visible reflects both her complex hidden feelings and how we haven't seen the play. The layers are endless. Chizuru wishes to bring good fortune to her loved ones, mirroring her namesake, 1,000 paper cranes that make wishes come true. The book, being between her legs and looking like blood, alludes to sex, menstruation, and even dark desires, matching Kazuya, right? What is Chizuru's whole thing right now? Literally constantly thinking of the dude. He's constantly on her goddamn mind. So, right, it reflects her hidden desires in many ways, yet also this hidden message of that thing I was talking about before, right? This idea of like what is bad and what is good. So yeah, that's roughly it. I'm gonna pull up what my friend said. So I was talking to him the other day. Let me see. Right here. So let me translate to English. Good Men and Bad Woman is probably the title of the play that Chizuru is appearing in. The Japanese word "e" can be expressed in various ways, and if you write it in kanji, good man, it means morally good man. Even if you use the character ryo to write yo otoko, good man, it carries somewhat moral connotation, though not as strong as zen, good. The title, I Otoko, was written in hiragana. It means not only good-natured, but also a handsome man. The hiragana characters are expressions that encompass the possibility of good or it doesn't translate correctly. So he's basically trying to say like, it could be this kind of good or this kind of good, which also leaving the possibility of being any of them. For example, if a woman writes the person is a good man in hiragana, it means he's sexy and handsome. If she writes it in kanji, it means he's kind and good. It's somewhere in between. Hiragana leaves open all of these possibilities. The question of what is good and bad, how some people are labeled bad when others did the same, but due to looks or gender, they are viewed differently. Also, so this was like something completely different. Don't need to worry about any of that. So yeah, that is the thing that I think is being talked about, this idea of morality and perception. 100%. This feels like very intentional thing that Reiji is like leaving in plain view, but not spelling out. Right? He's not spelling it out because there is supposed to be a mystery here. He's like subtly giving you things. That's basically what Reiji's been doing in the past like few chapters. He's been like very subtly giving us information. And it's like stuff where it's like once you reread and the mystery's like solved, it all clicks together and you're like, "Oh shit. This dude crazy." That kind of thing. Oh, dude, water's so good. Water is good. Okay. So yeah, I did have like a few more things I wanted to say regarding it. I feel like I didn't say all of my thoughts regarding this. Like there's absolutely more to it, but I'm not sure I'm not sure like yet. I didn't get enough time to like think it through and like dig deep enough. So we're gonna just stop there for now regarding that. Oh yeah, Reiji put up a video where he was giving people some advice on like what they could do to improve, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I was talking about the spiral thing. So I've yet to write my analysis about like this idea that we're in a spiral and not a cycle, not a loop. So basically, I was trying to say like everything looks the same, it's not the same, and basically it all traces back to Hawaiians. In particular, because if you remember Hawaiians clearly, a big theme of Hawaiians was basically this idea that like after this, it is a watershed moment. Nothing is going to be the same. Kazuya straight up says this. Like here, I'll read it for you. Like I'll fucking read what Kazuya wrote. Like you literally get it spelled the fuck out for you. After this arc, nothing is gonna be the same. So here it is. Okay. We didn't know it at the time that our vacation at the Spa Resort Hawaiians, our 3-day, 2-night getaway, this very trip, just like a river turns off towards the ocean, our river of fate was about to take a sharp turn. We never imagined the huge turn that lay in store. Oh, no, sorry. It was a watershed moment. I forgot to read that. Watershed essentially means like you turn from the usual path. Things are not going to be the same anymore, right? So you had a very specific path before, and now you're literally turning away from it. So it's literally telling you after this, nothing is going to be the same anymore. And then mommy shows up, and almost like mommy is the reason all of this fucking happens. So I started somewhat writing my analysis. I'm just going to read you the intro I wrote for that analysis. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. I'll just pull this away, I guess, and then we'll do that. Google Docs. Okay, so this is basically the intro I think I wrote for this. If I get to write it today, this would be the intro. A big theme of the Hawaiians arc was that there was no going back. Things had changed in ways that could never truly be the same. The current saga tricks us into thinking things are the same. Minnie calls it a loop, characters act in very familiar ways. In reality, nothing is the same. And just to add on to this, just to add on to this idea of this, like, okay, we can't go back. Here's what Chizuru says to Minnie when they have their confrontation. Right? If you remember when Minnie and Chizuru have their confrontation in Chizuru's house, where was it? It was like right here. Right here. Chizuru says, doing this over and over is how we got dragged into this mess, right? To a place where there is no going back. There's no need to go back, Minnie says. Literally telling you, Chizuru already says she can't go back. There's no going back. You cannot return. So therefore, it is not a loop. We're not looping. It is, the story's literally telling you we're not looping, it's a spiral. It looks like we're looping. We're not looping. So that's just one example, but then Minnie, in contrast, regularly talks like they're looping, right? She talks like they're just looping when they're not. So let's see here. Did I click on the right thing? I don't know if I clicked on the right thing. Oh, yeah, you guys wanted me to read the comments real quick on here. Really, she's really an angel. Sumi knows the truth behind the words, even though she also loves him. She's trying to support him. Like other girls, I believe Sumi shall find happiness eventually, even if Kazuya is not the one. I find her dream, blah, 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 blah. Sumi is indeed peak cuteness. I think these quotes are definitely for her to tell Kazuya how she feels, although I don't think it's self-aware enough to clear the understanding. Sumi is the right person to tell that doesn't have to change himself to show how much he loves Chizuru. However, I believe Sumi's going to confess her feelings instead. While Kazuya is looking for advice from AI, which would be a new school, Sumi is taking them to a library to give advice from books, so old school. Not quite, but okay. Thus indicating the boy needs to get at it old school. Okay. Sumi, as always, is a woman of action. Wish more people in the story emulated her and just did stuff. Anyway, goes Sumi. No, the chapter's already over. That you want to know the worst part? You want to know the worst part? This was the most useful comment. This chapter's already over. Why? Because that's literally the point of the chapter. It ended too quickly. It felt like you got nothing out of it. Why? Because Kazuya's constantly thinking Sumi's wasting his fucking time. So the chapter ending quickly literally mirrors that. You felt like your time was wasted. Your time was not wasted. You were given plenty of things that you chose not to appreciate. The chapter's literally constantly telling you that. Kazuya, in contrast, literally mirrors you as the reader. He's constantly saying, my time is being wasted. Sumi's wasting my fucking time. Why is she taking me here? I'm paying for this, right? Remember when she takes him to the library? He literally, right here, he literally says, is she still going to see her little brother while I'm renting her? I'm paying for this, though. That's a terrible thing to say. He assumes she's going to meet her little brother. He just made an assumption. Sumi, like, yeah, I have a little brother. This has nothing to do with that, right? The whole point of that sequence is that Kazuya made all these assumptions that he's getting nothing out of this. In reality, you learned a lot. You just think you didn't. So that's literally the again, this was the most useful comment because it actually gave me a useful idea. Oh yeah, so we already read this. So they're going to start with chapter 215, the chapter where I started my suspicions that Reiji isn't going to make Kazuya and Chizuru end up together because backstory equals pity. That's silly. That's literally silly. The fuck you on about? Reiji, like, actively says mommy's terrible for what she's doing. What the fuck you on about? She literally openly frames herself like a piece of shit by the end. She's like, oh yeah, no, I have a terrible backstory, therefore it's okay for me to destroy other people's lives. She literally said that is her justification. That is her justification. Her justification is that I have horrible trauma, therefore it is okay to act like this. And no, it did not start there, Wiz. It did not start there. You've been back and forth about this thing. You've been like so caught up in the internet nonsense, man. Nah, dude. Oh, damn it. Reiji's streaming. Fuck me. Fuck. I knew he would. I fucking knew he would. I was just hoping it wouldn't happen during stream, but here we go. Here we go. Let me make sure my audio's off so you guys can hear him. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. I knew he would. I knew he was going to. I was just hoping he wouldn't. I knew he was going to. I was just hoping he wouldn't. You know, my false blind hope. Let's see. Oh yeah, he went to Taiwan. I don't know for those who don't know. Yeah, Reiji went to Taiwan. He had a thing there right here. That's what he's talking about. He went to Taiwan. He had like an event. Look at his fucking face. Look at this dude's face. Bro, look at this man's face. It's fucking hilarious. What the fuck's that face? It's so funny. What the fuck's that face? It's so funny. I love it. He's so goofy, and then he made this little art piece. Let's see. Yeah, he's just saying a few things. Yeah, so they had this event in Kai Komi. Oh, I think that's the name of the thing that they're doing. Yeah, I forgot. And then Reiji just wrote, live drawing and a signing event. Thank you, everyone in Taiwan. The on-site impromptu drawing and signal signing session has successfully concluded. We are truly very grateful to everyone. Taiwan is the best. Let me see how long this is going to be. Okay. It doesn't sound like he's saying too much right now. Shoot, give me a second. I gotta grab something. My throat's like bugging me. Sorry. I grabbed a cough drop and then I just used my inhaler. For those who don't know, I have asthma because when I first got here, I got pneumonia and that fucked up my lungs. $3.8 million yen has become synonymous with Kazuya. What do you mean? Oh, he's talking about the meme where people were saying, Kazuya spent like a fucktillion dollars on Chizuru, and he's just like, that's just become synonymous with Kazuya. It's crazy how memes take a life of their own. That's literally what he's saying. That's what this week was like. He's working on a chapter right now. He's storyboarding something. I'm just giving you guys tidbits. I'm not sharing everything he's saying. I'm just giving you tidbits so that way if you're interested, you go join it yourself. You just go to Reiji's Twitter and you sub to his Twitter. I'm just giving you like little tidbits to get you interested. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. Oh, he fixed his mic. Oh, his mic broke. Ah, damn it. I reloaded the page just so it like removed me from the thing. Whoops. Whoops. Kazuya's love for Chizuru seems to attract everyone. Mami, Ruka, Sumi, and even Minnie. It's like his love for Chizuru creates a kind of bubble around him. Yeah. Kind of. Oh, dude, the fucking cough drop is doing wonders. Oof, this cough drop is doing wonders. It's just really hard to like stream and watch him at the same time. This is why I was dreading this. This is literally why I was fucking dreading this. Because I'm just like, I want to read. I want to read for you guys, but then I'll get into my groove and keep reading. And then I'll turn to Reiji, and next thing I'll know, he'll say something really fucking important that I completely missed. And I'm just like, fuck. Fuck. So I don't even know. I don't know how long he's streaming. I don't know how long this fucker's streaming. This is the worst part. I don't know how long he's streaming. Fuck me. Allergies, they're going berserk for me. No, it doesn't quite feel like allergies. I felt like mucus in my throat and stuff, so I don't know if I was like getting sick or something. I needed my inhaler because I was like having a hard time breathing. So I don't know what it is. It's like it feels really random sometimes. Like I don't know what the fuck's triggering it. Maybe I'm like sleep deprived or something, so like it's triggering all these bad symptoms. And he's already off to the comments. Okay, do you guys want me to ask him anything specific? Yes, Minnie's a poser. Do you guys want me to ask him anything? And don't give me stupid questions. Do not give me stupid questions. Give me like real questions. He's mentioning the anime. He's talking about the anime. He's like, the anime is starting. Please look forward to it. Yes, he's going to hold another crowdfunding for a birthday. We don't know how soon. He said that he's not sure how soon he's going to do it or when he plans to do it because it literally takes like about a year's time to get everything done. So he's wondering if he should even do it yearly or bi-yearly because it takes so fucking long and it's really expensive. So he's just very like he was going to do like another one sooner, but he kind of hesitated after he saw how much trouble this one was. So I think he's like, he might do one this year, he might not. We don't know because he literally just shipped them just recently. Like I got mine about like I didn't get my stuff yet. They arrived at Tenso like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like that's how long it's been. Remember, this event started like before August, and now I got my stuff, right? So Rishi's pretty hesitant about starting another one really quickly. He's debating if he should take longer or starting it like way later in the year. He just doesn't know. He doesn't have any plans for a simultaneous viewing party for when each episode comes out. Please check it out on streaming services or on TV. He can't comment too much on it. Ask him if he's going to continue the Sumi spinoff. He has no plans for it right now. He has no plans for it right now. There's surprisingly quite a few people who only watch the anime. And he's really curious how people will react about the original story will feel when they watch the anime. So like people who read the manga, how they'll feel about the anime, and then how the people who have not read the manga will feel about the anime. He's curious about like both sides. He says people tend to focus a lot on the things that changed in the anime adaptations. I can't help but think people make a lot of noise when trying to understand the story. He mentioned Demon Slayer, but it didn't translate very well. Oh, I think he says he's watching Demon Slayer and he's like admiring how it looks in anime form. I'm always surprised by the fresh twists and turns. Ask him if there's anything he'd wish he'd done differently writing wise. Hmm. I'm just not sure about that question, Bacon. I don't mind asking it. It just feels a little weird for some reason. Because I can almost already predict what he's going to say. Like, yeah, there's things I would have changed, but I don't regret it kind of thing. He's talking about the climax of Hawaiians. He's looking forward to the big climax of Hawaiians, aka the kiss. He participated in the script writing and he watched the voice recording. He doesn't know when it's finished. Which is usually how it goes for a lot of authors. Like they're there for like they sometimes help with script writing and then sometimes they're ask if he has a favorite chapter. So I have already asked this in the past. He always said my favorite chapter is the current chapter. I've asked him this multiple times in the past. He says his favorite chapter is the current chapter. Yeah, I'm not kidding. When was that? It was a while back. It was a while back. I don't remember when I asked it, but it was a while ago. I really like 244 and 373. Eddie Man asked him about the book that Sumi pulls up. Reiji said he read the book properly. So the book that Sumi shows, he read it. He read this entire book. He doesn't just reference it. He says he takes liberties with referencing the cover, but he absolutely reads the book. Oh God, Briff is here. Oh God. Oh no, is Briff gonna ask some stupid fucking questions? Or did he just say some? I just signed up for the subscription. I absolutely love Conjure Quest. This is my favorite manga. this thing. I appreciate it. Reggie wants to do some overseas events. He'd like to do that in the future. Yeah, he's mentioned this before. You're not gonna get an answer. Rato. You're not gonna get an answer. I'm sorry. That's the kind of question he's not gonna answer. He's gonna be vaguely like, oh, I don't know, maybe. Something like that. He wants to travel a little more if he gets the chance, because he wants to expand his horizons, and you know, he doesn't want to become rigid in his, like, he doesn't want his mind to become rigid. Yeah, he thinks it's really important to like travel and change your perspective on things. What does Reiji want to do overseas, like meet and greets? Yeah, just like go to events and stuff. Yeah, just like go to events and stuff. Like he wants to do meet and greets, signing events, stuff like that. He just wants to get to know areas and see what the cultures are like and how people act and how people perceive his story, you know? Just stuff like that. He just wants to expand his horizons. Like similar to what he did for Taiwan, where it's just a impromptu signing event and he actually met like a lot of people. Didn't he make a YouTube video about season 3 where he said the cheer up date scene was a sign of true love? I don't know about that. He did talk about that scene. He said it was one of his favorite scenes. If you're referring to the cheer up date scene, which is where he cries in Kazuya's arms, he literally said it's one of his favorite scenes. Hope he does more Asian countries. I think he misspelled Asian. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to ask myself. I don't even know what to ask. Mostly because I'm streaming with you guys. If I had like my own comfort space, I could probably think of something. But because I'm streaming right now, I can't really think of anything. Yeah. Nothing off the top of my head. I don't know what to ask. Here, I'll just comment. Chizuru's book. Chizuru's notebook. 5 is interesting. Good and bad women. Reads. Right. Oh, he's done. Oh, never mind. So much for that. He's done. Yep, that's it. He's done. Oh well. So much for that. Yep, and that's that. There he goes. Well, woo. Just like that. He's done. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. His Monday streams have been incredibly short, and then sometimes he has a Tuesday stream, which is a little longer. But he's just kind of doing streams just to be like, hey, I'm putting shit out, you know? I think he's like really busy, so he doesn't really have too much time to stream, but he's like, I'm trying to be consistent. He's doing what I'm doing, where it's like, I'm trying to stream. I'm not able to stream as much as I want to. I'm not able to put in nearly as much as work as I want to for the thing that I'm doing here, but he's trying. So like, you know, I can absolutely relate. It's literally the fucking same for me. Okay, well, with that said, that's all done. Let's do some analysis. Ugh, ow, everything hurts. Oh. No, I'm burping. Oh. Oh, I do want to show you guys something. Oh, fuck it. Sorry, one sec. Before I show the thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something really quick. So, I put up this wallpaper over here. Oh yeah, let me adjust it so you guys can see me like more properly. So like so that I got from the K manga event, the Chizuru art piece. This one I got from season 4, and I just hung it up on the wall just recently yesterday. I think it was yesterday, maybe it was 2 days ago. Yeah, I found the space for it. The pin I used for it, it's like really small, you can't see it. The pin I used for it, I got that from season 2. So when I got the season 2 opening, like the CD for it, they gave me like a little pin, and I used that pin to hang it up because I couldn't find any other pins. Okay, let me flip me back over. Ugh. Oh, sorry about that. I will say, in my spare time, what I've been doing is like when I'm like tired or want to do something fun, I started something kind of crazy. It's been like insanely fucking hard. Oh yeah, it's not to girlfriend related. It's a video game related. I've just been doing like a little challenge for myself for fun. So there in Resident Evil, shit. So in Resident Evil, there is this like crazy challenge that you can do called the trifecta challenge. It should be like quadfecta challenge, but that doesn't sound as good. So basically they want you to play the game on insanity difficulty. Don't even heal once. So you can't heal. You can't use healing items. You can't use the blood collector for grace. And what was the last one? Forgot what the last one is. Oh, finish the game under 4 hours. You don't understand how fucking hard this is. You don't understand how fucking hard this is. It's so goddamn hard. And I've been slowly but surely getting through it. Slowly but surely. You don't understand how many times I have to fucking reload the game. Like so many times. And I've also found some issues with Resident Evil Requiem that have actually started pissing me off. Like, there's a lot of quality of life issues with the game that are like really irritating. Like, the game. So every game since Resident Evil 7 has had a timer when you open the menu. So when you pause, it shows you your playtime. It literally tells you your playtime. I don't know why Requiem doesn't have this. 8 has this. 2 remake has this. 4 remake absolutely fucking has this. But for some weird fucking reason, Requiem doesn't have this. It also doesn't let you skip things, so that kind of stuff's really fucking irritating. Like, there's like sections that are like absolutely fucking skippable, and the game just like, nope, I'm not gonna let you skip it. Fuck you. So that kind of stuff is a little irritating. Where you just have to like sit around a lot and just kind of sit on your ass and just move around. That kind of stuff's a little irritating. I think that's why it's stuff like this, these like quality of life stuff. It's stuff like this why Resident Evil 4 Remake is still my favorite. Because it does like everything in its power to not make the game like have these like stupid, annoying fucking moments that like don't have quality of life things. Like the quality of life in Resident Evil 4 Remake is like amazing. Anyways, that's just pretty much what I've been doing in my free time. Let's get into this analysis that I've yet to read. I wrote this a while ago, and I just never read it. I wrote this like 5 days ago. So let's see. There's this central idea of belonging in chapter 419. Ruka doesn't look like she belongs in the underwear store. She seems too young. Sumi stands out in the street. Kazuya doesn't look like he should be with Sumi and stands out. Except the library. But the library is also about perspective. What's interesting about the library is that no one bats an eye when Sumi walks in. Did you notice that? It doesn't matter who you are, how you look, or even how you dress. Anyone can learn and is welcome to learn in the library. Learning is for everyone. We see adults and kids, right? So we see adults, we see women, we see a little kid over here. We see literally everyone. It doesn't matter who's in the library. Everyone is welcome. The library is inclusive, unlike the world outside, a sanctuary from all the problems found in modern society. In a sense, it is like the peach blossom spring, a place cut off from the outside world. I think that's what the teaser is, and this is what Kazuya wants too. Escapism. I think Kazuya may interpret the library the wrong way. Rather than viewing it as a place to learn regardless of his disposition, he will instead focus on the sanctuary aspect of it, how it is a perfect escape for him and his problems. This creates a fascinating idea. While Sumi grabs a book about self-reflection and shaping your own world, I wonder if Kazuya will use that to learn or if he will ignore its advice and rather use the library for his own personal world of paradise. A paradise he may feel he will never find again, just like the fable of the Peach Blossom Spring. The reason I say this is that Kazuya doesn't simply need an epiphany or to learn something new. He must also unlearn a lot of what he has taught himself, his bad habits. This doesn't magically happen, it's a process. The library merely provides the space to do so for everyone. You in contrast have to be willing to use it like Sumi. The library gives us all what we need. The library gives us all we need, but if we don't want to use it, it doesn't matter. Sumi would like a place like the library where people wouldn't be looking at her and talking about her, but she uses it to learn too. Right? Sumi doesn't particularly focus on the element of, oh, nobody's looking at me at the library. Instead, she focuses a lot more on the element of just like, oh, I'm going to learn something at the library. Right, because Sumi is a character that definitely like wants to learn, right? She is very ferocious in that sense. Really wants to learn a lot more to get as much as she can. Kazuya, in contrast, has been regularly shown to like safety and comfort over learning. He wants a place to overthink in peace, not to actually change his knowledge. Case in point, he sits in public at the start and talks to a croak for easy answers rather than find real ones. He doesn't take the long and hard road to truly learn the answers. The statue of Ninamoya Santoku reflects this idea. A man who lost his family at a young age, but through hard work and diligence rebuilt it all. He is a walking statue. He is a walking statue as a mirror to how Sumi was called a walking doll. So do you guys remember that? In the chapter, Sumi's literally called a walking doll by the people around her. And literally look at how she's contrasted to the statue. She's literally walking just like the statue is walking, right? So literally it's a walking statue and a walking doll, get it? Whereas Kazuya is standing still. Kazuya is shown standing still while Sumi is walking. He follows her not knowing where to walk on his own, for he is unaware. The statue and the girl who is called a walking doll are more knowledgeable than the boy and the masses who sit still, staring at others blissfully from their case, right? So I say case specifically because we literally see a case that contrasts Kazuya. There's literally a display case of toys contrasting Kazuya sitting down, as if he's literally in his own display case. This is why Kazuya is shown right next to the toy display case. He is like a toy behind a glass case, looking at others live their lives, admiring the walking doll but unwilling to get up and move like her. While Lolita fashion, the thing Sumi wears, is called doll-like, they aren't literal dolls on display. That's not what they are. The story knows this too. The men who talk about Sumi are objectifying her. They don't actually see her effort at all, and she feels uncomfortable around them, weary. Whereas she is comfortable around Kazuya, who also looks at her but doesn't see a doll, but a fruit tart. He literally calls her a fucking fruit tart. This also matches why Sumi's gift to Kazuya are clothes. He is a toy playing dress up, just as she is a doll. The shirt Sumi gets him doesn't get much focus, as it is not why we are here, and because Kazuya never thought of Sumi's birthday, much like how Chizuru was late for Valentine's. Kazuya is learning how Chizuru felt in being so late to give him a gift, thinking she didn't consider him or Sumi because she was busy and hating herself for it. Just as now, Chizuru has yet to give Kazuya a gift for his birthday, and we think she forgot, but she most likely did not. At the start, Kazuya is shown sitting and waiting, looking at his phone, while in the end, it shows Sumi walking and finding a book, not waiting. Just as Ninomiya is walking, learning, and studying every chance he got. By the way, these statues are common near schools, hence Kazuya's thoughts. So basically, Ninomiya, his whole thing is that they literally make these statues near schools. That's why Kazuya sees the statue and thinks it's a school. And that statue literally, like, the whole idea of that person's life is that the reason he's drawn walking and reading is that he was studying every chance he got, right? So, like, he was always, like, doing chores while reading. He didn't just sit around and wait. He learned every minute that he could. So that's essentially what that statue is trying to convey to you, that Kazuya is not doing this. This is contrasted by Sumi, who is trying to learn as much as she can. And that is meant to actually mirror Chizuru, who is also trying to learn as much as she can. I think Kazuya is not taking every opportunity to learn. In a sense, he is like a little kid, trapped in his lack of knowledge. Like Ruka in the cover, he is ignorant of how to move forward. Ruka stands in the store determined, looking for new clothes, but ignorant of real change. What he seeks, so that's like literally the whole idea of the cover. Is like Ruka is in the store, but she's not like actually learning or understanding what the fuck she's trying to do. Kazuya speaks of asking someone who knows better, but is ignorant of the fact that Sumi merely looks like she knows better. She doesn't. She's just willing to admit she doesn't and thus learn. This is why Sumi's eyes are closed when she gives Kazuya a gift. She doesn't see, but she wants to see. It mirrors how, when she first appeared in chapter 418, Sumi blinds Kazuya's eyes, then opens them, saying boo with eyes closed as we see her through Kazuya's eyes, as if she was the one who was blind all along. Like Kazuya is following a blind person, but she knows this and must learn to see. Sumi, who is perfectly dressed and admired for how she appears, recognizes that change is not external but internal. Her exterior is all she is seen for, but no one sees Sumi's interior. She is always in shadow, never seen or understood, but she shapes her external world. The world will often judge us and see us in certain ways, but we have to shape how we view ourselves so that we do not lose control when others don't see us. This parallels Kazuya's fantasy of being judged by Chizuru for his exterior not matching his interior. We shape our reality. This flips this idea of the library on its head. It's not that the library is a special place. Rather, it's the people inside it. Much like how change is internal, we decide to look at the exterior, but rather focus on We decide not to look on the exterior, but rather focus on learning. For to go to the library is a choice. In doing so, we have to decide to abide by its rules, and thus respect the space and autonomy of those who choose to visit it. In that same way, when present in the outside world, we have to choose to respect others and not act rude just because we can. Learn to be better. This is what Kazuya fundamentally misunderstands and does not see. He thinks the library is special somehow. It's not. It's just that it happens to contain a book Sumi needs to possibly learn something she doesn't know. It's all about perspective. It shapes our reality. Chizuru's birthday is Chizuru's birthday is a central event to this meetup, with the flashback. Sumi was blatantly telling us as much. The birthday was about changing perspective, looking at things differently. Now, Sumi realizes she needs a new perspective to help Kazuya, Chizuru, and herself. Sumi needs this change just as much as Kazuya does, not just in this place, but even the nature of the date. This is a rental date and they are in a library. But is that really such a bad thing? If anything, maybe that's better than changing nothing just talking about things that they don't know. So basically that's the whole idea, is like, it's all about perspective. Kazuya is like, why the fuck did she take me to a library? What the fuck are we going to do in a library? But that's literally all about his perspective. He's not thinking that maybe the library could help him more than anything like an AI could. He's immediately dismissing the idea before ever judging it. So, this person was saying that, like, it's weird that Ruka has her ribbons on. I said, Ruka having her ribbons is meant to highlight something. She is ultimately a kid who is too used to the habit of keeping her ribbons. The change that she sought by taking them off was superficial. She didn't change, just as she looks at clothes to change into, but misses the point of actually having clothes on. Clothes are a focus of this arc because you literally change your clothes to reflect how you appear. First, we see Minnie with different clothes, then Ruka wanting to change her clothes. Chizuru speaks of how the clothes we wear could reflect love. Odaiba is all about new clothes. Kazuya gets new clothes for the date, and so does Chizuru. Yet the new shoes Chizuru got actually end up physically hurting her, and Kazuya doesn't even notice. It's as if the clothes we wear mirror the masks we present, and how we don't always want to wear them, but be free. This explains Chizuru's words after getting a massage. She felt free because she took off her clothes, because she took off her mask. In contrast, Kazuya likes having the clothes on. They make him feel safe and strong. He likes the mask, and that's why he stagnates. The clothes are the mask we wear, but also the reflections of what we want to show the world. In taking them off, we take off the mask and show who we really are. It may be uncomfortable, but it is good. Just as Chizuru's massage hurt, but it also felt good. She was blind here too. You'll notice that for most of this massage, Chizuru is either looking down, she's in shadows, or she literally puts on like a face mask. Or no, they put not a face mask, they put on a towel on her face, and she's literally blind. Right? She has no idea what the fuck she's walking into. Chizuru was lost in thought, telling herself she's thinking too much when she actually needed to think more, when actually she needs to let herself keep thinking and realize why she feels this way. She stops too soon, unable to fully remove the mask and thus remains blind. The words the masseuse says are a necessary pain. Kazuya thinks far too much and never gets anywhere. Chizuru isn't thinking enough. Yes, this is why we don't get much of her thoughts. She's literally not digging deep enough before the date and starts doing so after. But when she starts trying to, Kazuya remains on the surface. Think of Kazuya and Minnie like stupid intelligent people, while Chizuru is smart intelligent. I saw a video from Dr. K that like nailed this on the head. It was actually really good. So let me see if I can find it really quick. I saw a video from Dr. K that like knocked this out of the park. I was like I was just nodding my head. I was like, oh shit, he fucking right though. So let me find that really quick and then show it to you guys. Playlist. Okay. So let me put on my headphones and turn on the audio so you guys hear what he says.
What's the difference between someone who's a stupid, intelligent person and a smart, intelligent person? We think that intelligence is the primary problem-solving faculty that we have. But one of the mistakes you're probably making is that you are using your intelligence too much. So a lot of people, when they're facing social situations, they'll perform a lot of calculations. There are a lot of people who like struggle with social situations because they're running a bazillion calculations to try to figure out what to say or what to do or whatever. Intelligence from an evolutionary evolutionary standpoint, evolved for certain things. So especially when it comes to things like social situations, we have empathic circuits. We integrate a lot of information about body language, tone, facial expressions. Intelligence is not designed to be the tool for social interactions. It's kind of like trying to milk a cow with a hammer. Intelligence is designed when we encounter a new problem. We have to be able to pull in a lot of information and come up with a novel solution.
Okay, and then this one's kind of like a sequel. This one's kind of like a sequel, so like, bear with me.
How do we move from being a stupid, intelligent person to a smart, intelligent person? Some people sort of do it naturally, which is how they become smart, intelligent people. But if you don't do it naturally, you can absolutely learn it. So the smarter you are, the more quickly you will arrive at a judgment, right? Because you can make all of these natural calculations. They happen pretty quick. And so oftentimes what we don't do, even when we know the answer, we don't go looking for information. So be a little bit hesitant to make judgments. Make judgments after you go through a process. The second thing, when you have...
Okay, just based on that alone, doesn't Minnie just immediately make judgments? Doesn't Kazuya just immediately make judgments? He doesn't hesitate for like a fucking second. He just immediately assumes this is what's going to happen, and he doesn't do anything. Right? So he immediately jumps to a conclusion. This is what happened. This is how it's going to play out. And that results in his inaction or action. Right? And that's the problem with Kazuya. He literally needs to hesitate more. He doesn't hesitate enough. He never like stops and like gets enough information to think it through. You literally see that with Sumi, right? She doesn't have the answer. She stops and goes to figure it out. This is the same with Chizuru, right? When Minnie just immediately comes to like a judgment. She's like, oh, this is what this must mean, right? Immediately. Chizuru instead constantly doubts and thinks about it. And that's what Sayuri literally tells Chizuru. She's like, the only real thing in this world is like reflecting and thinking about our actions. And that's literally what Chizuru's doing. She's reflecting and thinking about what she's doing before making a judgment call. Whereas Minnie and Kazuya aren't.
Have a particular idea to try to go through a process. The second thing, when you have a particular idea, to try to engage with contrary opinions. This is something that we see very little of on the internet, where you have a lot of intelligent people who become parts of echo chambers and they stop engaging with contrary opinions. So if we're intelligent...
We can just see this with Rent a Girlfriend in general, right? It's literally just a big echo chamber. There's nobody like actually contradicting anyone else's opinions. They're literally just trapped in a cycle of this thing is shit, this thing is shit, this thing is shit, and nobody's like actually contradicting them, you know?
Of echo chambers, and they stop engaging with contrary opinions. So if we're intelligent, we actually want to bring in contrary opinions for our intelligence to factor into the calculation. We don't have to believe.
Okay, do you see how when Kazuya constantly goes to Minnie, she just tells him the thing he already believes? Did you notice that? Kazuya constantly like already believes the things Minnie says. He actually says them before Minnie shows up, and then Minnie just validates these things to him. In contrast, when Chizuru goes to Minnie, she like actively disagrees with Minnie. Like Minnie and Chizuru literally never agree on anything. But she goes to Minnie anyway, knowing that fact. She knows she's not going to agree with Minnie, and she does it anyway. She literally willingly puts herself in that situation to learn, to improve her opinion, to improve her perspective, to change her perspective. That is how you learn. You let yourself like get into a situation where someone can contradict you.
Them, but we really want to collect that data. The third thing, and this is so counterintuitive because we all think we do it, and that is thinking before you make a decision. A lot of people go through life with like this automatic intelligence. That's what predisposes you to make mistakes, because that's not always going to be right. And then we see this weird synergistic effect, because if you make a snap judgment, if you don't collect information, and then you have a very, very robust intellectual capability, you will argue yourself into being correct even when you're wrong. So you need to pause and really think about making decisions.
Okay. With what he just said, let's go to that chapter with Minnie and Chizuru, okay? Let's go to that chapter with Minnie and Chizuru. Minnie asks Chizuru a hypothetical, which immediately proceeds to validate her own belief system. That she makes a snap judgment call. She doesn't gather data. She doesn't believe Chizuru is contradicting information to her opinion, and she makes a snap judgment. She just immediately jumps the gun and proceeds to think she is correct. Now listen to what Chizuru says. I know that I'm no good. If I start dating someone casually and I've decided to care for that person, the relationship will kind of just drag on. I'm not trying to say that it's what's best for him. Is it the right thing to do, or is it just an ideal? I don't think anyone can say for sure. She literally sounds like Kibe. She's literally kind of low-key quoting Kibe. Minnie is just like, oh no, it's this thing. Chizuru is like, that doesn't mean it's okay to just shrug it off, does it? I'm just saying that it's ideal to never give up on thinking about the right thing to do. Chizuru is like, I want to think this through. I want to make a plan before taking an action. I want to hesitate and think my thoughts through. Why am I doing this? Why am I choosing to do any of this? Minnie's just like, you're just afraid of failure. Minnie's response, Chizuru is like, I want to think this through. Minnie's like, you're just afraid of failure. Right? It's just like, why don't you just jump the gun? You're just afraid of failure. Chizuru's like, there's a difference between a failure making you stronger and planning so that you never fail in the first place. Why should I just jump in without a plan knowing that will not work? Because it has not worked in the past. I have done this already. I have done it your way and it didn't work. She literally already dated him and it didn't fucking work. So why the fuck should I do that again? That's stupid. Right? It's literally the whole idea of like, think it through, gather the data from contradicting information, and then literally plan it through. Okay? Have a plan for the thing you want to do. Don't just fucking jump into it. Don't just decide immediately. Don't just have an automatic response. Everything Minnie says is an automatic response. Everything Chizuru says is not automatic. She's trying to think it through, and Minnie makes a whole bunch of assumptions about Chizuru's dad, which is not fucking true. Right? She never even checks if she's correct. Minnie never even bothers to check if she's correct. She just makes a bunch of assumptions on information that's incomplete. Literally everything. Minnie is a stupid, intelligent person. Chizuru is a smart, intelligent person. So yeah, I just want to highlight that really quick. Let's see here. Kazuya thinks far too much and never gets anywhere. Chizuru isn't thinking enough. She starts doing that now. She's starting to do that a lot more now. Yes, this is why we don't get much of her thoughts. She's literally not digging deep enough before the date and starts doing so after. But when she starts trying to, Kazuya remains on the surface. Chizuru is trying to dig past all the masks now, while Chizuru is trying to dig past all the masks now, while Kazuya is starting to realize his masks are not working anymore. His clothes are useless because this is not about looks anymore, but emotions, and he is out of sync with his emotions, while Chizuru before was out of sync with hers. Chizuru was afraid of showing her emotions prior to the date, willfully turning to the shadows in fear of the vulnerability she felt. But right afterwards, she attempts to tell him. She shows herself. She then continues to keep putting on that unseen effort in the date. Address her issues. In simple terms, Chizuru is trying to take her mask off while Kazuya wants to find a new mask that will give him the solution he desires. These run counter to one another, as Chizuru does not realize Kazuya is walling up while Kazuya does not realize Chizuru is taking off the iron. This brings us to the central issue at hand. Minnie is abusing Chizuru's attempts to be vulnerable just as Kazuya is by sharing all this information with everyone, while Kazuya's masks are all being abused by Mami, Ruka, and Minnie as Chizuru once was in the past. The masks are the issue. Right? So just as Mami, Minnie, and Ruka once abused Chizuru's mask, right? Now they're abusing Kazuya's mask. Them hurting each other in not being present in each other's lives is thematically fitting in that regard. As when we wear a mask, we aren't really there with the other person, are we? So when Chizuru is pushed and chooses to keep a mask on, she can't help or be there for Kazuya. So them literally being apart is thematically fitting, considering so much of this is literally about masks and the mask we wear. While Kazuya keeps searching for a new mask to present Chizuru, he isn't there for her like he claims. His desires that he refuses to address are being taken advantage of, and all he seeks is solace that he will never find, because he can't find the person who can give it to him. Reiji is writing how we all harm each other in our blind pursuit of what we think we desire, when we don't reflect carefully on why we are doing what we are doing. This is why Sayuri's words return in chapter 413. The only honest thing in life is facing and reflecting on these hard choices. This is directly returning with Sumi's book, which is about reflecting on love and seeing it clearly past romance, that we have to change how we see things and not escape our problems, but face them and realize how blind we really are, that we need to open our eyes and see past the masks and the clothes. P.S. The reason we don't get to see Chizuru all that much now is a mirror to how Kazuya does not see her and avoids her. We only see what we understand, not all of Chizuru. We don't want to see, so we are only shown snippets, the mask that suits the narrative, not the full story. But there is a constant focus on her eyes and how they are always open, how she is looking and wants to see clearly even if she can't. She is changing her perspective, literally leaving her old home and trying to see the world from a new angle, challenging herself to truly change. Contrasting Kazuya, who remains home, trapped in the aquarium of his own making. His home is not a place that he loves enough to sacrifice for. It is an escape from the outside world. Now he is being forced to step out of that comfort space, being challenged to truly change. Chizuru's challenging herself, he is being challenged. I had this whole thing about ignorance and shit. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, oh my god, I wrote so much! Oh, why did I write so fucking much? Oh. Why did I write so much? Yo, y'all should tell me to shut the fuck up. I talk too much. You should tell me to shut the fuck up. I talk too much. Don't do that. I'll ban your ass. Yeah, so there's a contrast between analog and digital in chapter 419. Kazuya uses AI to search for answers. Sumi gets a book from the library. This challenges learning and how we find the truth we seek. Is it from an AI that reflects a mirror, or from a book that makes us reflect on ourselves? Right? And we talked a whole bunch about this from last stream. Like last stream, I was literally telling you guys like how like with AI, it's just a concept. With like, you know, the other stuff, you actually got to fucking think about it. So I think I might call it here. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. I would read the rest, but my eyes are starting to burn and I'm getting a little tired. So I might call it here. I think this is a decent spot to stop. I wish I could have kept going a little more, but it's already kind of late. It's 7 o'clock and we have to get up early tomorrow. Like I got to get up at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm going to just call it here. Sorry I haven't been streaming or doing as much. It's like really hectic right now. Like everything where I am is like really hectic right now. So sorry, what's up? Someone's, oh my god, you guys can't even see me. I'm blind. I'm invisible. I'm invisible. I'm invisible. So like, unfortunately, things are like a little bit messy right now. There's like a lot of shit going on in my work, and it's like become kind of hectic. Basically, I'm almost in the position where I gotta like take over for my boss, and I'm like willfully underprepared. And I don't even know where the hell shit's gonna go. Shit's really unbalanced. It's just been very stressful. It's been quite stressful. So that's resulted in me like being not just physically tired, but like emotionally tired. And it's been quite difficult. I know after this week, it's going to get a little rough. I don't even have my schedule yet. I don't even have my schedule for the week after this week. I got nothing. I have no idea what the fuck's coming up. So hopefully I'll have Tuesday off. Like that is the goal. That is the goal. Like hopefully I can get fucking Tuesday off. That is kind of like the most important thing. But after that, I have no clue. It's the epitome of a fucking shit show right now. which is really unfortunate, you know, but it is what it is. Just trying to get through it right now. Hopefully things balance out in some way. I would, like, you know, I would just do purely YouTube, but I don't make enough on this thing, you know. We don't have enough people. I haven't attracted enough people to like support me enough on Patreon or anything to like be comfortable enough to create stuff on here, just content creation. I am possibly considering getting like a different job that's a little more comfortable for me. So that way I can like do YouTube a little more and have an easier job. But yeah, it's I'm just sharing like what's currently going on. It's just a little hectic. But yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get something that's a lot less stressful, but pays just as well. So that way it's not so bad, you know. Because I feel like if I get something a little less stressful, I can definitely do like YouTube more comfortably. That's pretty much the issue. It's like I get home, I'm just really tired. I'm like physically tired. I need like a little bit of a break. And that's why I start streams a little late lately, is because I'm just literally physically exhausted. But hopefully once I get something that's a little like, hopefully if I get something that's a little bit less stressful, then I can just have more time to myself. Have more time to myself. Pro tip for anyone who's working these days: don't let these companies tell you how to live your life. Don't let them like control you and give you these infinite hours where you never have your life and you never have any fucking control. Don't let them do that. It should not feel like that. And don't ever let them trick you into thinking this is the case. This is what a lot of like companies love to do, especially like grocery companies and stuff, where what they love to do is that if you just got out of college or something, or if you're in the middle of work and you're desperate for money, they will abuse that shit. You know, they'll be like, oh, you need the hours, so here, work all these hours and never have any time to yourself. Don't let them do that shit to you, no matter how much you need money, okay? Like, don't let them control your life. You will regret it later. You will be like, damn, I should have had more time to myself. I shouldn't have let them like do all this stuff to me. So yeah, just learn to value yourself. Learn to speak up for yourself, you know? Don't let them just like throw you around and toss you around. But that's just my personal stance. Hey, I wanted to say thank you for the content. You helped me through hard times. Hey, man, that means a lot. One day you'll get it. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to help at least one person. I'm glad I was at least able to help one person, you know? We all go through hard shit, you know? We all go through hard shit. Life can be kind of rough, but we just gotta like, you know, rely on family, talk to loved ones, do the things that we enjoy. Don't just say it is what it is. You know, don't say that to yourself. You know, don't tell yourself it is what it is. Don't fucking lie to yourself like that. You know better. It's not just it is what it is. Don't just it is what it is. It'll eventually catch up to you and you're gonna fucking hate yourself. You know, it'll eventually catch up to you and you're gonna feel like crap. Don't just it is what it is. Just talk to people, let it out, and have some time to yourself. Do stuff you enjoy, stuff like that. And, you know, try to de-stress and like not let get yourself burned out. And that's what I try to do. And of course, the biggest thing: eat well, sleep well, rest well. Eat and sleep are the same thing, I guess. Sorry, rest and sleep are the same thing, I guess. But yeah, just take care of yourself. Work hard, but like smart, not stupid. Work smart, not stupid. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying at this point. I'm just tired. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll watch the anime and we'll read chapter 420. We'll see if I can read like my other analysis. I wrote a whole lot. Like I still have 2 more fucking threads. What do you actually do for work, Johan? I'm gonna give you a Chizuru moment here. The guy you watch on YouTube who does all this cool analysis, he's a fucking barista, dude. That's what I am. I'm a goddamn barista. I make coffee. That's it. I'm nothing special. Yeah, I just pulled a fucking Chizuru moment on you, dude. You know, I'm nothing special. Just like Chizuru. God, it literally reminds me of that scene where Chizuru just like opens up to Kazuya and she's just like, oh yeah, just lost my parents. I have a stupid fucking dream. Yep, that's it. No, there's nothing special about me. Yep, that literally just that that whole last scene. Yeah, unfortunately, I just work at Burisma. I'm part of a union, which basically bumps up my pay a lot. So like I get like a decent amount of pay despite working a job that's like really small. Like I'm I'm like way above minimum wage, you know, like way, way above minimum wage. So like I get paid surprisingly well considering the job. But I would like something that's like a lot less stressful. Maybe like an office job, you know. I do have a degree in communication, so that could work. I could maybe see if I can use my degree in communication. Yeah, there you go. You guys learned something new about me. I have a degree in communication. So, yeah. Nothing special. I'm not that interesting. It's been hard using my communication degree for fucking anything. And then I'm not the kind of video editor that can edit for other people a lot. So that's why my video editing isn't very successful. Like I can't edit for other people, dude. I'm sorry. I can't. I despise it. It takes for fucking ever. Like I'll make your shit good. I've made some good shit. I've had some content creators I've made videos for that have like over 100K views. I make good shit. But it is a chore because I am not invested. You also work Sundays. So basically the days I have off that I've tried to have off are Tuesday and Wednesday. So like I work Thursday through Monday. So I pretty much just work Thursday through Monday. That's pretty much my schedule. So I like work all the weekends. I work Friday just so I can have Tuesday off so I can stream for you guys. And I have Wednesday, try to have Wednesday so I can stream other stuff, you know, so we can do our like deep analysis. So those are yeah, that's pretty much my whole thing. Just doing what I can. It's not easy. That's for sure. Okay. Just okay. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a good night. Just take it easy. Have fun. Take it easy. See you guys another time. Probably tomorrow.